We must stop the breeding and the trend of feminine men in the black community.
Wait, what? I'm not even gonna say much, okay? This creator already made a lovely video reply, so if you want to understand why that is like just awful and wrong, just go watch this video. You can hop in the comments and see all the other black men who are just like not buying it. And the creator made video replies to everyone. Y'all just keep disappointing us. Why? The one thing I do want to say though, to all the black men who are fighting so hard for black liberation, that you haven't done any work to address your misogyny, your homophobia, your transphobia, your bipanphobia, shall I go on? I hate to break it to you, but you're not fighting for black liberation for all. It's giving me very much white feminism. You know how some of them just like don't understand the concept of intersectionality and they're only fighting for the liberation of themselves as white women, historically speaking, and still to this day. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing from a lot of black men who don't want to acknowledge their misogyny. Stop. Let's stop. Do better.
We must stop the breeding and the...
Now, the guy says we must stop the feminism of black men in our communities, and for whatever reason she had a whole problem with this statement. We must stop the feminism of black men in our community. Now, first of all, is that true? Yes, that is true. Okay. There are a lot of men who are becoming alternative lifestyle. Okay, a lot of men sagging pants, and for whatever reason in the black male community, homosexuality is up more than usual. Okay. We need to be asking ourselves why this is happening. Okay, because men are starting to push back. Now what we're seeing is a lot of advertising for this. Okay, it seems as though that a lot of males who are African American seems to get highlighted in the media, in society. Okay, you have a lot of support. It, someone like RuPaul. Now let me say this. I have no problem with the alternative lifestyle or the homosexual community at all. I have no problem with these people. Some people I know that's in this community I care and love for. Okay. So I have no problem with them. However, you have to start asking yourself questions as far as why this is happening more in our community, it seems, than others. And like I was saying, a lot of it has to do with media. A lot of it has to do with how we are being raised. Okay. A lot of us come from one family or one parent households, and if it's happening more in our community, I think that is a legitimate reason for concern. Could it be something dietary that we're eating? Okay. Could it be something behavioral? Could it be something medical where the pregnant mothers are given something? We have to start asking questions. Now, this young lady wants you to focus on not having any phobia whatsoever. Okay. Now, if we're being real, she has a phobia, but she's not going to display it in this video. Her only response is we keep disappointing black women. We got to do better. Okay. As if we are not allowed to have our own opinion and not allowed to question things that are happening in our community. As a matter of fact, if we didn't question things, she should be alarmed by that. Okay. But she wants you to think like her. She wants you to have, she talks about misogyny, but it seems to me that she has misandry. Okay, she's a feminist, and she has a pretty healthy, what looks to me to be a hatred towards black men. Now, she did give it up to this brother in this video, but she still was very condescending with black men in general. Okay. I think it's a legitimate reason for men to be concerned as to why it's happening in our community, and we need to take a look at why that is. Okay, if the population is decreasing in our community, we should take a look at that. If black women start disappearing in our community, we should take a look at that. We should take a look at things that suggest a very dramatic change in our community. So to shame a guy for questioning why there's feminine men in our community, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's very immature of her to even do that, and to kind of try to put this guy on blast for asking the question, because he should be questioning this. But when you get a feminist who is really only about girl power and say the men keep disappointing and we need to do better, she needs to show and prove what black women are doing better in our community to keep families together. That would be a whole nother video, and I know she would not like that. Okay, so before you come at him about questioning black men, question yourself and question the women in our community about what they're doing that is so great that can be celebrated. Okay, and again, if there is anything that's in the negative that can be that's in the negative that is happening in our community in dramatic numbers, we need to take a look at it. Okay, and it has nothing to do with being homophobic. It has nothing to do with being, misandrous. I don't even know why she brought that up. That has nothing to do with misandry, which is ridiculous, or misogynist. I'm sorry, misogyny. Has nothing to do with misogyny. It's just about the black men, as if black men are not needed. I mean, it looked to me like she want to even turn the men into women, and that's just being real. This is how you know she has a hidden agenda of a superiority complex with the men. She feels like the women are better, and even the men should be the black women, and it would be so much better if we got rid of all the men and everybody was thinking like women. And I think that is ridiculous. Okay, again, I don't see anything this brother said that was so offensive, and before you even spew the words of misogyny, you should check your misandry at the door. Let's check out some of the comments here. It says they're only fighting for black straights and men. Okay, well, that's not the case. There's nothing wrong with straight black men. Okay, people kill me, man. Like, just because you are for something don't mean you are automatically against something else. Let's cut out the ridiculousness, please. Okay. Another comment said he just spit facts and we're being honest. Okay. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna like that one, because that's exactly what he did. He spit facts and he's being honest. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Stop trying to turn a positive into a negative is how I feel about it. Another says stop the breeding. Okay, what in the eugenics is this? Okay, I didn't hear her say stop the breeding. Maybe she did say that, but there you have it. The use of the word breeding says it all. Oh yeah, well, I mean, she must have said the word breeding. So yeah, I mean, she if she said the word breeding, she's looking at us as some kind of animals or something, and people are very offended by that, and I would agree. Why don't you all just let people do what they want? Okay. Yeah, let people do what they want and let people have an opinion. Okay, these days you can't have an opinion. I'm sure some people are hating my opinion right now, but hey, we all don't think alike. But just because someone has an opinion, don't mean it's a negative towards another group of people. So we need to cut out the ridiculousness. Well said, and thank you. Love is love. Okay, and they got the rainbow because they are of that community. Okay. We must stop the breeding. Yeah, she must have said breeding in there, and that triggered a lot of people, and I agree. We are not farm animals. Okay. We're human beings, more human than anybody else, with a hue, you know. I actually agree with you on this, is what a Zero said. Yeah, well, he might have, anyway. What are you talking about? T.I. said, yeah, well, yeah, I agree with him. I don't understand what the fuss is, because just because a man says he wants men to not be feminized. I mean, women should want their men to be strong black men. Okay, they should want their men to be strong protectors for them. Like, what you have a problem? Why? Because your men are not soft. It just doesn't make sense to me. You should want your men to be the most dominant, most strong, most warrior mentality of any other man. And here you go, turning it around to try to shame the guy because he don't prefer feminine men. I mean, get rid of your warrior class if you want to and see what happened. Another comment. I'm just like, damn, it's 7 a.m. Okay. Just here interacting. Some more people just can see this. Okay. Why can't the people understand that we all do the same things? Yes, we all do the same things. So, where you claim he should have, he should be embracing of all his so-called phobias. You do the same thing. You have some phobic things that you're phobic about too. So, there you have it. They're all their own biggest enemies. Honestly, I give up. They're their own biggest enemies. And that's probably by a Caucasian woman named Debbie. Okay, she feels that we're our own worst enemies. What do y'all have to say about that? Put it in the comments. I'd like to know. Y'all know how I feel about it. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Okay, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Everyone, y'all just keep disappointing us. Why?